Oh my God, I would say it's you.
My name is Nicholas James Stoverell, and I have the longest tongue in recorded history.
Show me a little something. Your neck. Can I pull it?
10 things 99% of the people can't do. There are people out there who've been gifted with unique abilities that, despite being amazing, are actually pretty weird. They will either make you laugh or cringe. From ability of being a tongue roller to being able to do open-eyed sneezing, here are some of the rare abilities found in humans. 1. Open-eyed sneezing. You know the feeling of a tingling sensation in your nose when you're about to sneeze? It feels like you're about to blow out everything from your body as you feel a strong pressure. It mostly happens when you're out in quiet or crowded places, for example, in a library or at a bus stop. You might have noticed once in your lifetime that most of the people sneeze with their eyes closed, and we're certain that you have tried sneezing with your eyes open, but failed to do so, because it is nearly impossible to release all that sensation and pressure with your eyes open. There is actually a medical explanation for this. Most experts say that our eyes close while sneezing because an involuntary reflex is sent from sneeze center of our brain. Such phenomenon is called eyeball subluxing. 2. Fist in mouth. It's nearly an impossible feat for an average adult to put their fist in the mouth. You might have seen some people do that, so that made you curious. You may be disgusted and in awe at the same time seeing that, especially when you realize you can't do it yourself. Mostly there are babies who are able to do so as they explore the parts of their body or when they are teething. Majority of the world's population can barely get half or quarter the fist in their mouth, because this requires a huge mouth and small hands that most of us aren't blessed with, probably like a T-Rex. There have been various studies on this. Our advice is that if you aren't confident enough to pull this off perfectly, it's better not to try. 3. Raising an eyebrow. Our facial expressions give a lot of information about us, and they're very helpful while communicating. Aside from the use of voice, we have to use several different tools while communicating to convey our message easily to people. For example, we have to make several different hand gestures and display all sort of body language to convey our message. Raising an eyebrow is also a form of body language. You raise your eyebrow when you are sad, and you lower them when you feel downgraded or sad. In this way, this also helps convey things, but there are only a few people who can actually raise their eyebrows. Most of the people can't raise one eyebrow without affecting the other, but you don't have to worry about it. You can actually train your facial muscles to get used to it. 4. Ability to write on skin. This is due to a special condition called dermatographia. People who suffer from this condition can write simply using skin and nails. We all hate such immediate situations where we need a pen and paper to write a note. People with such conditions have definitely a plus point in such conditions. This is because the tiniest, lightest scratch against their skin causes it to swell and rise up. The risen scratch will usually last from 30 to 60 minutes. So if they scratch something on their skin, the design will perfectly blow up and last for a while. Dermatographia is a condition of its own and isn't caused by a more serious syndrome or disease. Number 5. Photographic memory. Human memory is incredible, but it may be impressive to hear that some people have such an incredible memory that they can actually draw the view of an entire city just by looking at it for a few minutes. For example, a man by the name of Stephen Wiltshire truly has some extreme eidetic memory. After taking a 20-minute helicopter ride over New York City, Stephen began to work on his masterpiece, a panoramic 20-foot wide drawing of the entire city. It only took him less than a week to fully complete. New York City isn't the only thing Stephen has drawn. He also drew various parts of Rome and Hong Kong solely from memory. 6. Holding your breath. We all have been in situations when we did this out of curiosity, or we were challenged by our friend to hold a breath, and know who can do this for the longest time. But it is a known fact that most of us can only hold a breath for a few seconds only. This is a practice which requires greater patience, ability, courage, and technique, as our body does not allow to breathe without air voluntarily. This results in the simulation of survival skills, and we take deep breath. There are only a few people who excel at this ability, which has resulted in them owning several world records. People have to do several exercises and able to do so, and this requires a lot of time for muscles to get used to it. For example, divers. But this comes with cones. This results in the accumulation of lactic acid in the body, which causes muscle ache and swelling, and they need to take time to rest to recover completely. 7. Popping eyes. This is one of the most weird and terrifying things to do. We are not sure to call it a talent, but this ability is surely unique. There are a lot of people who have the ability to do so. Bulging eyes, or proptosis, occurs when one or both eyes protrude from the eye sockets due to space-taking lesions, such as swelling of the muscles, fat, and tissue behind the eye. This causes more of the cornea to be exposed to air, making it more difficult to keep eyes moist and lubricated. People who have the ability to do so can actually get famous pretty easily, as this has been part of a world record too. But it is quite dangerous to do so even if it is for fun. Doctors are against such practice, as it can be painful and cause damage to the eyes. Eight, gleeking spit. Gleeking is a term which is used when you project and compress the saliva from submandibular glands. This results in the projection and spitting of saliva in a concentrated jet like a camel. This is one of the repulsive and rare abilities that makes you question why did a person take time just to master this. But this has been the hottest new trend. It is getting popular with the teens. Sometimes this happens accidentally when you yawn or you are sleeping. But learning to do so is a very skillful process. It requires certain tongue dexterity and dedication. Some say gleeking is easier to do after sweet or tangy candy. Our advice to teens is that instead of trying to learn this technique, do something productive instead. 9. Wiggling your ears. We can surely say that you have at least tried for once in your life to wiggle your ears, and probably have failed miserably in doing so. Try to do it now if you still haven't tried it. This might be surprising for you to know that this does not depend on any genetic disability. Some people can pull it off even if they have no parents that can do it. According to a 2006 ear wiggling study, there is a mechanism behind such a movement, which is quite sophisticated. Unlike most other facial muscles, ear muscles have their own accessory nucleus in the brainstem. This happens to be the control area for muscle function. Compared to bats and cats, this nucleus is of small size in humans. This is the reason why most of us find controlling our ears such a challenge. It is possible to practice and train yourself in doing so. Isolate your ear wiggling muscles, and in no time, you might become the next ear wiggling YouTube sensation. 10. Eating a spoonful of cinnamon. A pinch of cinnamon in food can be used as a perfect spice to add taste and flavor to food. But eating a spoonful of cinnamon can be very dangerous. Attempting to do so can actually burn the throat, and it has various health hazards. Cinnamon is very, very fine powder. When you put it on your tongue, plumes of it tries to go into your lungs when you breathe. This is not a water-soluble molecule or ionic compound, so when it gets in your mouth, it stays there. It soaks up your saliva and prevents your salivary glands from making any more. It results in coughing, gagging, vomiting, and inhalation of cinnamon, leading to throat irritation, breathing difficulties, and risk of pneumonia or a collapsed lung. There was actually a viral cinnamon challenge where the participants had to take a spoonful of cinnamon without drinking anything, but it was highly discouraged.
All right, here you go.
Cinnamon new. Hey, shout out to my girl.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my! Wait, hold on! Oh shit!
Hold on, bro, hold on. He fucked up. He put it right in his throat. He put it right in his dumbass throat. Now
You got a winner?
the fuck?
Oh shit! Yeah, nah, he wants to.
Nah, he not eating it. You gotta eat the shit, dog.
You gotta swallow it, man. Or tap to. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh hell no!
Are you capable of doing any of these unique feats? If so, do share your story with us in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting and fun videos. Thanks for watching! Remember to like this video and subscribe with notifications on to join the monthly iPhone giveaway. My Instagram will be in the description down below, so make sure to check that out and follow me so we can become Insta friends. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and see you in the next one. Bye!
This video is over now. You'll find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have